Alright, this video is an answer to a student homework about how to find the mean and probability and variance and stuff for a probability distribution. And so there's some numbers up here. Here's, say you see how many households have dogs in some town or something. So we have 0 dogs, that many households, 1 dog, and so on and so forth. We want to find the probability distribution that goes with this, and we want to find the mean and variance of it. The probability is really simple. It's just, well, it's the number of results over the total results. So like if I wanted to know the probability of 0 dogs, I would just do 1148 divided by the sum of these. And so, well, sums are really easy in OpenOffice. You just hit equals sum, and then select the range you want, and there's the total. So I'll make my probability column. I like spacing my columns out a little bit. You really don't need to. So this is going to be equal to whatever's right there divided by, and no matter what I do, I always want to divide by that 1824. So to tell Excel or OpenOffice you don't want to change cell, you go in, and you put dollar signs to say, hey, that's the cell I want to keep. Honestly, I really don't need to do the B, but the 13 will keep it from shifting around. So there's that one, and then I can just drag it down, and it does the same thing for all the others. If I hadn't put the dollar sign, then, well, the first one would be 1148 divided by 1824. The second would be 418 divided by 0. So that's why I have to put that dollar sign. Alright, so there's my probabilities. For the mean, well, the mean I need to do the sum of x times the probability of x. So my x is this number of dogs, and my probability is what I just found. So before I actually find the mean, I'm going to say this is equal to x times the probability of x. And then scroll down. So that's each individual x times probability of x. And then if I add those together, sum equals sum. That's the mean. So again, this column I just did x, which is my A column. That's probability, which is my D column. And my formula is sum of x probability of x. That's the mean. Again, I like space in there, so we'll go ahead and insert one column just so it's not whatever. So this mean. This, by the way, was the sum of the whole thing. Okay. And last but not least, I want to find the variance. The variance, I'm supposed to do sum of x minus the mean times the probability of x. Now, as I go through my sample points, this x is changing, this probability of x is changing, but this mean is not changing. So I'm going to have to do that dollar sign thing again to say, hey, I want to always take that as my mean number. So I'm going to say this is equal to x minus the mean, and again I'm going to go up here and throw in dollar signs so that it always takes that same value, and then I want squared, and then times the probability. Okay, so that's the contribution from the 0 dogs guy, and then again if I drag down, it'll do the same thing for all the other ones. So there's all my individual pieces of the variance. And so the variance is the sum of those. So that's how you can find the variance of a probability distribution. You just put down your individual probabilities with your individual x's, and again, this one probability was just kind of a naive. It's results over total results. So if they give it to you that way, you divide to get these probabilities. Once you have your x's and your probabilities, you do equals x times probability, add them up, that's your mean. To get the variance, you do x minus the mean squared times the probability, and then add them up. That's your variance. If they also want to know standard deviation, so standard deviation is the square root of variance, so you just say equals square root of variance. So that would be your standard deviation. Alright, hope this helps.